Hey there, welcome back to the channel, my beautiful, vibrant friends. Okay, let's be honest for a second. Have you ever walked out of a salon, gotten into your car, glanced in that rearview mirror, and instead of feeling fresh and fabulous, you get that sinking feeling in your stomach as you think, oh no, why do I look older? That feeling is the worst, isn't it? You've spent the time, the money, the hope, only to walk away feeling less confident than when you walked in. Here's the hard truth. The wrong haircut can literally add 10 years to your face. It can highlight the things we'd rather soften. It can make us look tired, and it can just steal our sparkle. But the right haircut? Oh, it's a kind of magic. It has the power to be life-changing. It can erase 10 years of stress from your face, light up your eyes, and give you back an energy you thought was long gone. Now, I want to be crystal clear about something right up front. This video is not about chasing the ghost of 25. Not at all. This is a celebration of the incredible, powerful, stylish women we are at 60, 70, and beyond. This is about showing up in the world with confidence, grace, and a style that is unapologetically you. Because our hair isn't just hair. It's our invisible crown. It's our most powerful statement to the world about who we are right now in this moment. And in today's video, I'm going to be your guide. I've distilled my years of experience into the secrets most stylists won't tell you. We are going to uncover the 3 feet game-changing haircuts, the styles that can instantly make you look refreshed, radiant, and full of life. Just as important, we are going to expose the 3 feet silent enemies, the common haircuts that are secretly aging you without you even realizing it. And finally, the most important part, I'm going to give you the golden key. The simple formula to find the perfect haircut for your face shape, your hair texture, and most importantly, your real life. So, if you are ready to not just change your hair, but to transform how you see yourself in the mirror, then you are in the right place. Our journey to reclaiming your crown starts right now. All right, let's get right into the foundation of all of this, shall we? Why does hair suddenly become such a huge deal, especially at this stage of our lives? Let's start with the science, the biological truth of what's really going on. The reality is, our hair is going through a natural aging process, just like our skin. See, our bodies have these two superstar proteins for our hair. Keratin, which is what our hair is literally made of, and collagen, which keeps our hair follicles strong and healthy. But here's the thing, believe it or not, studies show that after the age of 25, our bodies start losing about 1% of their collagen every single year. By the time we hit our 60s, the production of both of these crucial proteins slows way down. So, what's the result? It's what I'm sure so many of you are seeing and feeling every single day. Our hair strands get finer. Our scalp produces less natural oil, which means our hair feels drier. And it just becomes weaker, more prone to breakage, and it loses that beautiful shine we remember from our younger years. Sound familiar? I mean, think about it. Does the ponytail holder that you used to wrap twice now need a third or even a fourth loop to feel tight? I can personally vouch for this. I remember my ponytail used to be so thick, I could barely get a hair tie around it twice. Now, it feels completely different when I run my fingers through it. That's just biological fact, and we can't ignore it. So the first major takeaway here is this. We simply can't stick with the same haircut or the same hair care routine we had at 30 and expect it to work for us at 60. Our choice of hairstyle now has to be a smart one, a strategic one, designed to work with the hair we have today. But that's only half of the story, because if biology is the hardware, then psychology is the software that runs the whole show. I want you to think of it this way, and this is so important. Your hair is the frame for the portrait of your face. Your face is a beautiful work of art. But what happens if the frame is heavy, outdated, or just plain wrong? Does it enhance the art, or does it distract from it and drag the whole picture down? This is how our brains instantly perceive the world around us. When our brain sees hair that has bounce, that has soft, flowing movement, it instantly sends a signal to us that reads energy, vitality, openness, and the opposite, hair that's sprayed into a stiff helmet that doesn't move, or long, heavy hair that just hangs there with no life. That sends a very different signal, one that reads tired, outdated, and sometimes even stagnant. Have you ever stopped to think about the silent message your hairstyle might be sending? I'll use myself as an example. For years, I had this perfectly coiffed, stiff bob that didn't move an inch. It was neat, but it was rigid. And you know what people said? They told me I looked serious, a little intimidating, even. The second I switched to a style with softer layers, one that actually moved when I turned my head, it was like night and day. People started telling me how fresh, how approachable, how energetic I looked. My personality hadn't changed. Only my hair had. It just goes to show you that our hair has a powerful, non-verbal language all its own. Okay, so we've established the facts, right? We know what's happening to our hair on a biological level, and we know the powerful psychological message it sends. But knowing is only half the battle. The real question is, what are we going to do about it? How do we take all this knowledge and turn it into a powerful tool that makes us look and feel incredible? How do we choose that perfect frame for our portrait? Well, that's the fun part, and it's exactly where we're going next. I'm going to show you 3 game-changer haircuts, 3 of the safest and most effective styles that will instantly light up your look. So let's get to it, starting with a timeless classic that has been updated for the modern woman. All right, so let's talk about our first miracle cure. It's a timeless icon of elegance, but it's been reinvented for the modern woman. I'm talking about the soft layered bob. Now, I want you to erase any image you have of that stiff, helmet-like bob from the past. This is not your grandmother's bob. The secret here comes down to 2 magic words: layers and movement. These smart, strategically placed layers create the most beautiful, natural movement around your face. Instead of just sitting there, your hair comes alive, and all of that movement does something incredible. It literally draws the eye upward, creating a subtle, natural facelift effect that works against gravity. It softens everything, especially the jawline and the lines around your mouth. So who is this haircut for? And this is the best part. It's for almost everyone. If your hair is on the finer side, these layers are an absolute lifesaver. They create this illusion of body and volume that you've been dreaming of. And if you have thick hair, it removes all that bulk, letting your hair feel light and airy instead of weighed down. It's a true problem solver, isn't it? For the perfect length, I always recommend something between the chin and the top of the shoulders. That's the sweet spot that frames the face beautifully without dragging it down. And here's a little pro tip from me to you. Pair it with some soft, side-swept bangs. It's the perfect finishing touch to soften the forehead and make your eyes absolutely pop. Let me tell you about my dear friend, May. For 20 years, she had the same long, straight hair that just hung there. She told me she felt invisible, like she'd lost her spark. After a lot of convincing, she finally went for a soft, chin-length layered bob. And when she saw herself in the mirror, oh, there were tears. She said to me, "I don't just look younger. I feel like myself again, the vibrant version I thought I'd lost." That, right there, is the power of the right haircut. Let me know in the comments, are any of you rocking a bob right now? I'd love to hear how it makes you feel. So, the layered bob is a fantastic, incredibly effective, and safe choice. But what if safe isn't what you're looking for right now? What if you're ready for a bigger statement? What if you want something that screams confidence and freedom? Well, if that's you, get ready for our second miracle cure. This one is bold, it's chic, and it is absolutely liberating. I'm talking about the Pixie with volume. And I know what some of you might be thinking. Too short for me. Isn't that a little masculine? Let me just stop you right there and say, absolutely not. A modern, well-cut Pixie is one of the most flattering and feminine styles a woman can have. The key words here are softness and texture. We are not talking about a harsh, super short buzzcut. We're talking about a Pixie that leaves a little more length and volume on top, with soft, feathered edges that frame your face beautifully. Here's why it's such a game changer. It creates the illusion of fullness and density right where you want it most, on top of your head. Even more importantly, it puts all the focus on your best features. It's like a spotlight for your eyes, your cheekbones, and your smile. It's like an instant, non-surgical facelift, because the volume on top pulls everything up. And I'm speaking from experience here. After years of going back and forth, I finally took the plunge and got a soft Pixie myself. And let me tell you, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. The feeling of washing and drying my hair in under 5 minutes. Revolutionary. It gave me back so much time and energy. But more than that, I just felt edgier, more modern, More me. It was a declaration that I wasn't hiding anymore and that I was confident in who I am. There's an informal belief among top stylists that women feel an incredible surge of power and confidence after a great short haircut. Is there anyone here who has taken the Pixie plunge or is thinking about it? Share your story. I want to hear it. So now we have two incredible options, one that's elegant and graceful, one that's bold and liberating. But I can hear some of you thinking right now, that's great, but I love my long hair. I'm not ready to give it up. Is there anything for me? The answer is a resounding yes. You absolutely can keep your length and still look fresh, modern, and youthful. And that's our third miracle cure, which is the secret weapon for long hair lovers. And we're diving into it right now. All right, for all of you long hair lovers out there, this one's for you. Our third miracle cure is living proof that you can absolutely have long, gorgeous, stylish hair after 60. I'm talking about the modern, long layered shag. Now, I know what you might be picturing, some kind of crazy 80s rock and roll hair. Forget that. The modern shag is soft, it's sophisticated, and it's a total game changer. It solves the number one problem of long hair as we mature, the weight. You know, that heavy, triangular shape that long, one-length hair can get. Flat on top and bulky at the bottom. The shag completely eliminates that. It uses smart, strategic layers to create body and lift at the crown and light, airy movement through the ends. It basically frees your hair from its own weight. This is for the woman who just isn't ready to sacrifice her length. The woman who still loves that feeling of flowing hair, but craves a fresh, modern update. And listen, if you have any kind of natural wave or curl to your hair, then congratulations. This cut was practically made for you. The layers will work with your waves, giving them shape and definition, so they look beautifully styled instead of frizzy. You know, the shag has this incredibly cool history. It was born in the 70s, worn by icons of freedom and confidence like Jane Fonda and Joan Jett. Today's version is a little softer, a little more polished, but it still has that amazing, energetic rock and roll DNA. And to really bring it into the modern era, my number one recommendation is to pair it with curtain bangs. They frame the face perfectly, they hide the little crow's feet at the corners of your eyes, and they give you an instant cheekbone lift. I have a client, Hannah, a super dynamic businesswoman in her 60s. She had this beautiful, thick, long hair, but she always wore it in a tight bun because it was just too heavy. And honestly, it made her look stern and much older than she was. She loved her long hair but felt trapped by it. We gave her a long, layered shag, and the transformation was incredible. It softened her entire look, made her seem so much more approachable and vibrant. All right, let's talk about our first silent enemy. And honestly, this is the one I see the most often, probably because it seems so practical. I'm talking about the super short, harsh, severe crop. And I get it. I really do. It feels convenient. It feels neat. It's that wash and go dream, right? But that convenience comes at a cost. A haircut that's too short and has no softness offers zero forgiveness. It's like putting a harsh, bright spotlight on your face, highlighting every line and every feature you might prefer to soften, from the crow's feet around your eyes to a jawline that isn't as sharp as it once was. It can lack femininity and sometimes even feel a little stern or severe. My neighbor, Linda, wore a style like this for years, and everyone in the neighborhood agreed. She always looked so serious. One day, I convinced her to just let the top grow out just an inch and have her stylist add some soft, feathered layers. Just that tiny change to a soft, voluminous pixie. And the difference was unbelievable. She didn't just look younger, she looked happier. Her smile seemed brighter with a little softness framing her face. So if convenience is your main reason for a shortcut, remember, a soft pixie is just as easy, but the payoff is 1,000 times better. Okay, our second enemy is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. It's the long, heavy, one-length hair. And I know this one is tough, because for so many of us, our long hair is our pride and joy. A symbol of our femininity. The thought of cutting it can be terrifying, but let's be honest with ourselves. At this age, long hair with no layers or shape isn't an asset anymore. It's a weight. It's like having two heavy arrows constantly pointing down, dragging all of your features down with them. It makes the hair on top look flatter, and it puts a spotlight on thinning, weaker ends. And most importantly, it can look dated. There's a common saying among top fashion editors, nothing dates a woman faster than a hairstyle she hasn't changed in 20 years. So let me ask you this honestly. When was the last time you really updated your long hair? The solution isn't to chop off the hair you love. Not at all. The solution is to give it life with smart, strategic layers. To transform it into that modern shag we just talked about. You keep your length, but you gain volume, youthfulness, and style. And finally, our third enemy. This is a style that was once the height of fashion, a true symbol of being perfectly put together. I'm talking about the helmet bob. You know exactly the one I mean, right? Perfectly curled under, sprayed so stiff that a hurricane couldn't move a single strand. It feels controlled. It feels safe. It never has a bad hair day because it never has a different hair day. But hair is meant to be alive. It needs to breathe. It needs to asterisk move. The legendary stylist Vidal Sassoon, the man who basically invented the modern bob, once said, "Good hair should move beautifully." A helmet does not move. It's rigid, it's heavy, and it unconsciously screams to the world, I am stuck in the past. I watched my own mother wear this exact style for a decade. She's a woman full of life and energy, but that haircut made her seem formal and distant. One day, I finally got her to a salon and asked the stylist just one thing, add layers and break up that perfect shape. When she walked out, it was like seeing the real her again. Still polished, but now with softness, with style, and most importantly, with life. Are you using half a can of hairspray to keep your hair locked in place? If so, it might be time to set it free. Switch to a modern, layered bob, and let your hair dance with you when you walk. Okay, so we've officially called out the 3 biggest offenders. Just recognizing them is the most important first step. But right now, the biggest question on your mind is probably this. Okay, I know what to avoid. But out of all the good styles, how do I know which one is right for me? How do you pick a haircut that doesn't just look good in a magazine, but looks good on your face shape, with your hair texture, and fits into your actual, real-life lifestyle? Don't worry. That is the golden key we're about to unlock in our final, most practical section, coming up right now. Okay, this is where it all comes together. This is the part where we take all this inspiration and turn it into a concrete plan that works for *. Think of this as your personal, golden key to the perfect haircut. It comes down to 3 key factors. Factor number 1, your face shape. Think of your haircut as a sculptor, and your face is the masterpiece. The goal is always to create balance and harmony. If you have a rounder face, your goal is to create length and angles. Think height on top, like with that voluminous Pixie, or keeping the sides a bit leaner to elongate your look. What if you have a more square-shaped face with a strong jawline? Your goal is to soften those corners. Soft, face-framing layers, like in a layered bob, are your best friend. I personally have a slightly square face, which is why I always make sure my stylist feathers the pieces around my jawline. It makes a world of difference. And if you have an oval face, well, congratulations, you've won the lottery. Most styles will look great on you. Factor number 2. Let's get real about your hair texture. You cannot bring in a photo of someone with thick, curly hair and expect the same result on your fine, straight hair. If your hair is fine or thinning, your biggest enemy is weight. Shorter styles like bobs and pixies that build volume are your secret weapons. If your hair is thick and coarse, your challenge is bulk. You need smart layering, like in a shag, to remove that weight and create movement, so you don't end up with that heavy triangle shape. And if you're blessed with natural waves or curls, please stop fighting them with a flat iron. Celebrate them. A great shag will make your waves pop like never before. And now for factor number 3. And please listen closely, because this is the one that almost everyone forgets, and it's the most important of all. This is the lifestyle reality check. I'd say 80% of haircut regrets come from ignoring this one thing. Ask yourself, and be brutally honest, how many minutes are you truly willing to spend on your hair each morning? 5? 15? 30? Are you active? Do you hit the gym, work in the garden, play with your grandkids? Do you need a style that can be pulled back easily? I learned this lesson the hard way. A high-maintenance haircut that looks great in a photo is a total disaster if it doesn't fit your real life. Choose a haircut that serves your life, not a haircut that makes you a slave to it. Okay, so you've done your homework. You have a vision. Now for the final, crucial piece of the puzzle. How do you actually get the haircut you're dreaming of? It all comes down to how you communicate with your stylist. Here are my top 3 tips. First, bring photos. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and this is especially true in a salon. Don't just bring one. Bring a few from different angles. This gets you and your stylist on the same page instantly. Second, use the right language. Learn the magic words. Instead of just saying, "I want it short," which is way too vague, try saying, "I want to see a lot of texture and softness around my face." Instead of just a trim, say, "I'd love to create more volume at the crown and keep the length." Your magic words are texture, softness, volume, and movement. Memorize them. They're a game changer. And finally, tip number 3, ask the million-dollar question before they make the first cut. Ask them, what is the real-world maintenance for this style? How often will I need a trim? And what will my morning routine look like? A good stylist will give you an honest answer, and that answer will tell you if this haircut truly fits your life. And that, right there, is the golden key. It's not about chasing some fleeting trend. It's about understanding yourself, your face, your hair, your life, and then using that knowledge to make a powerful, confident choice and communicate it clearly. Because at the end of the day, a great haircut does more than just make you look younger. It makes you feel like the most confident, vibrant, and authentic version of yourself. And so, we've come to the end of our journey for today. We've uncovered the hairstyles that can light you up, and we've called out the ones that have been secretly dimming your shine. And if there's just one single thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Choosing the right haircut after 60 is not about fighting the clock. It's not about trying to look like someone you're not. It is about celebrating, honoring, and showing off the wise, beautiful, and magnetic woman you are right now. Because a great haircut does something so much deeper than just change how you look. It changes how you feel. Every time you catch your reflection and smile with genuine confidence, that is a shot of pure joy. It's the catalyst for more energy, more smiles, and a more vibrant way of moving through the world. So, I want to encourage you to be brave. If you've been feeling stuck in a hair rut, consider this your official permission slip to make a change. Think of your hair as a blank page. It's the next chapter in the story of your life. And the question I want to leave you with is this: how do you want to write it? Will it be a story of elegance, of boldness, or of a brand new, vibrant freedom? I genuinely want to hear from you. Share your story, your fears, and your plans in the comments below. Let's build a community right here of stylish, confident women over 60 who are not afraid to shine. And of course, if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on what's next. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me today. And remember, a fantastic haircut is an incredible start, but it's just one piece of the total style and confidence puzzle. To make that amazing hair truly sing, you need to pair it with a style that reflects the same elegance and vitality. And if you are truly serious about cultivating a look that is confident, youthful, and elegant, then my very next video, The Secret to Looking Elegant at 60 Like 40 to 12 Must-Have Items, Healthy Aging Style, is the essential missing piece that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. That's where we put it all together. So be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when it drops. Until then, take care, and I will see you in the next video.